Hello, my name is Andrea Kaiser and I'm a triple diamond with It Works Global. I am doing a quick video to just share some things with you guys to help with optimum customer service, providing superior customer service to your customers. And so I just feel like this is very important and crucial in any business. And sometimes I feel like for me, it's common sense, but then when I stop to think about it, I've got years of experience. As a hairstylist, and even before being a hairstylist, I had other jobs where I had to provide customer service as well. And so when I stopped to think about that, I realized like that was just my practice to get me better for this business. And I'm still learning every day. I still think about it. I still analyze every situation when I'm out in public, when I'm dealing with somebody who's trying to sell me something. When I am even just like looking and not really in the mood for buying something, but I'm just really checking things out, then every single day we go through that. We have those interactions with salespeople. So I just wanted to go through a few of these things and give you guys some tips and tricks that can help you find confidence in your own ability. I think that a lot of times the terms, like when we listen to somebody say salesperson, and then there's that negative context behind it. It's because of the pushy car salesman. It's because of the person who jumps down your throat and is just like, hey, you need this and this and this, and this is amazing. And we get that bad vibe, and it doesn't need to be like that. And especially with It Works, it's so great because we have a product line that is so great that when we just share it, it sells itself. And so that really helps. But I just wanted to teach you guys a little bit more about some of the things that you can do to just be super beneficial for you and for your success. So the first thing that I want to go over is when you're providing service for somebody, I want you to think of it in a sense of ladies and gentlemen serving ladies and gentlemen. So one of the things that really helps is finding a confidence within yourself and believing in yourself, so then that way other people believe in you. And so this is crucial because if you are super insecure and don't really show yourself as somebody who knows what they're talking about, and you're just kind of all over the place, people aren't going to respect you. They're not going to trust you. So I want you guys to know that you have it within yourselves to be good at what you do. And part of that comes with knowledge. So even if you picked a product a day and you really learned it, you looked up in Product Coach what it had to say about that product, you looked in eSuite what it had to say about that product, you just really understood it. Now, you don't have to have every ingredient memorized. You don't need to do that, because that's nonsense, and who really does that anyways? But just to have an overall understanding, in Skinny Frenzy, there's a file that is just like just small talking points basically on each product, and it's just like 1 or 2 sentences, and it's super easy to memorize. So if you guys learn the gist of that, that can really help boost your confidence, because that's what I did. And I'm not going to lie, I actually had my paper right there and I carried it with me everywhere. So then if somebody would say, we have our products catalog, which is simple as well, but it just made it even a little more simple. So then I would go to it and I would refer to that. So if somebody said, what's Fat Fighters all about? Tell me about those. Then I could go to my page and I could give them the information on that. And now I have it memorized because I repeated it over and over, and I looked at it over and over again. And it came with time, but just in doing the job and talking to people about different things, for their needs. I actually ended up memorizing what each thing was. So Fat Fighters grabs onto a third of the fat and 70% of the carbs, and you take with your highest fat content meal. It works in the stomach, not the colon, so you don't have to worry about coughing and crapping yourself. See, and I add those little things in there just to be funny, because it's good to make people laugh. And then I let them know that, so they're white pants approved, things like that. And they're also food for the pancreas and help balance blood sugar. Okay, that came off the top of my head. I've got it memorized now, but I literally had written it down. So gain your confidence, know your product, understand your company and your business, and every day take a little bit of time to learn that and understand that. When you go into a very fancy restaurant, the server's going to know that menu inside and out, and they've only become more confident in time, but they're expected to understand and know it so that they can refer their customers to a dish. And I always go back to that because I used to serve. I used to be a server at a restaurant. And so I understand that if I knew, like, oh, these are the desserts, then I could easily, if somebody said, oh, what do you have? What's really good? What's your favorite? Because they're looking to you, or they say, oh, what's your favorite supplement with It Works? And then you can tell them that is why using the products yourself, you don't have to use everything, but having an understanding of a few is very beneficial to you and your business as well. So, but going back to that, think about yourself as ladies and gentlemen, serving ladies and gentlemen. Treat the customer as if there's someone that is special and of value, because everybody is. And when you make them feel good about themselves and you are kind, you will see that they are going to be more receptive to you and what you have to share. So let me go to my notes here. So in business, we want to keep the customer, especially in this business. We want them to know that they can come to us when they need us, when they have questions, when they have concerns, when they're not getting the results that they want. Because, sometimes it could be as simple, let's just switch this up a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on with you. And when you talk to somebody about what's going on with them, and like you care, like you really want to help them, what's going on? How are you feeling? They're going to tell you, they're going to open up. So those are things that you can do. You're going to have 3 types of customers. You're going to have dissatisfied customers. You're going to have dissatisfied customers. Those are the terrorists in our business, okay? They're the ones that go give bad reviews, okay? Now, we have to face it. Some people are just complainers about everything in the world. We know this. We are going to accept it. We're going to know it. We're not going to let them get under our skin. We're just going to see it for what it is. Because, here's the deal. You might have, going back to this food industry, you might have a table that comes in and every time they're never satisfied with their food, they're complaining about it. My steak is too rare. My steak is overcooked, and they eat half of it and then they send it back. They want a discount, right? They want a free product. They're looking for everything that they can get. And so you just have to recognize those people. But what can we do to make sure that a customer is not a dissatisfied customer? Always being available, always listening to their needs, and understanding that the customer is always right. They're always right. We never argue with them. We always look for a solution to a problem, rather than, oh, you're just wrong. And so you have to let them know that you're here for them, not for you. Sometimes people are going to be turned off if they think that you're all about just making the quick buck, rather than helping them. And It Works is about helping people becoming healthier, and then also in the business side of things, helping them find financial freedom. So whatever their goals may be, it is your job to help them find the results and get to where they want to be. So Sometimes you may not feel like that, but you have to. You have to. This is the industry that we're in. And so you just always take care of their needs, give them what they need, and let them know, like, I'm here to help you. Let's see what's going on. How can we help you get better results? Tell me what you've been doing. Tell me about, like, are you on other medications? Do you have a thyroid issue? What are you eating? Are you consuming artificial sweeteners? Are you paying attention to that? How is your water intake? Things like that that can really help you help them. And it is okay. Let me help you, but I need you to help me help you. So I need to just know a few things. And then sometimes they're not gonna, like, even want to go there. And so you just have to not worry about that and know that you did everything that you could do. And that was just their decision. But as long as you did everything that you could do in your power, everything in your power that you can do to help them, then they're going to not have a leg to stand on when they want to try to complain about you as a person. So you're also going to have a satisfied customer. Those people are neutral. They're just satisfied. They like their product. They don't really have anything bad to say. And they're going to continue to order, but it's nothing like, oh my God, I love migraines, you have to try them, and referring their friends to you to shop with you and get the products that they love. They just every day go in and out, they do their thing, and no issues. And if there is one, they'll come to you, they'll let you know, but then they're just like, oh, everything's good, thank you. But the third type of customer is what we really strive for. And those are loyal customers. And not only like in the sense of you're a loyal customer, you are going to order one product a month for 3 months in a row. No, you want the loyal customer, the one that believes in the product, that loves it. And the opportunity may not be for them, but they really love the products and they are so excited about what it's doing for them. And they're going to share it with all their friends and they're going to let them know about you. And they love you as a person and they continue to support you because they love you. So, that's what we look for. We want to give them, we want to build trust. We want them to know, I see them as a friend. I like them as a person. I believe in them. I believe in their company. I believe in their products. I'm going to continue to order every month. I'm going to get my free $50 in free product at 6 months. I'm going to get my free $150 at 12 months. I'm going to utilize the referral program in my first 30 days. Okay, but how are they going to be able to do all of that if we are not providing superior customer service and letting them know all these things are available to them? Now, you can do this without word vomiting on them by saying, I just want to make sure that you understand all the benefits that you are receiving as a loyal customer. And you can send them a picture and then say, if you have any questions, let me know. Then send them a picture about the referral program and say, make sure you take advantage of this. This is amazing. You can get free product by using it, by utilizing it and sharing with your friends. And so also opening up the doors to communication. If you say to them, okay, if I am busy and I'm not able to respond to you right away and the message gets lost in the jumble of things, please do not ever hesitate to reach out again, because I might have just forgotten about it. It's not that I didn't want to get back to you, but I just lost it. So please contact me again. If you're not reaching me on Facebook, shoot me a text, because I'm better about getting back to text than I am on Facebook. Or call me. Never, ever hesitate to call me. Save my number in your phone. I am here for you. Another thing that I like to do is I like to say, I am not here to bug you every single month and try to get you to purchase products and blah, blah, blah. I'm here for your needs to help you with what you need. So if you need something, please don't hesitate to reach out, because I am here for you. If you have a question, ask. Send me a message. If you can't get a hold of me and you need the answer right away, please ask in Reboot Camp, because there's other distributors and loyal customers who know these products and may be able to help you out, but I'm always here for you regardless. Um, when you say that, people really respect that and they like that and they know that you're available to them. And when they reach out to you and they need help, get back to them. Don't ignore their question. If you do not have the answer, ask in Skinny Frenzy and find out the answer and get it to them and just say, hey, I don't know the answer to that right now, but I am going to look into it for you, and then actually get back to them. Don't leave them hanging, because that will lose a customer every time. And a satisfied customer who loves the products will go either from satisfied to dissatisfied, or dissatisfied with you and find somebody else to order from. So you don't want that to happen. You want to have that customer retainability for yourself. So treat your customer as a guest, develop trust, and give them what they want. And all people want three things, even us as customers. We want it to be defect-free, we want timeliness, and we want the service that we're getting, to the person to be nice and friendly, and we want it to be good service. So always be kind and always provide optimum service to your customers. See, because if you are nice to people and you do mess up, they will forgive you. Service begins immediately. You want to recognize your customer. You want to begin with a great greeting. So if somebody calls you and you know their number is saved in your phone, and you say, hello, Sarah, how are you doing today? Okay, that right there is a great greeting. You said their name. You also are asking how they are. You're not just like, hello, what's going on? What do you need? You're being a pain in my butt, given this attitude. Don't ever do that. And even if you're like, okay, got to shake it up, I'm in a bad mood, something's going on in my personal life or whatever, it's still the, hello, Sarah, how are you today? And then let them answer, and then, okay, yeah, awesome. Let me see what I can figure out for you. Or, okay, let's talk about this. Or, yes, I love this product and I think it would be very beneficial for you because of what you just shared with me. Always be compliant to your customers' needs and adjust to the individual. Because you believe in something and something works for you doesn't mean that it's always going to work for the person that you're speaking with. If somebody says, oh, well, I have an allergy to this and I'm not going to be able to use it, don't argue with them. Just say, okay, yes, no problem. Let's see what we can figure out for you. I will make sure to look in the ingredients and I will see what's the best fit for you and your needs according to the fact that you have this allergy. Always work on moving this customer from satisfied to loyal. So in good service, you're going to welcome them. You're going to comply to their needs. And then you're also going to have a very good farewell every time you see them. Let them know that you really do care about them as an individual rather than you and filling your pocketbook. And if you do, they'll go loyal. So there's some things that on top of that I just wanted to share a little bit of, because like I was saying earlier, when I started thinking about the jobs that I've had in my life, everything that I've done in my life, and how it has prepared me and gotten me to a place where I can kind of understand what the customer needs. And then also, I mean, man, like at this point, I just really observe and I watch other businesses and how their employees will treat me and how they will serve me and how they will make me feel welcome, if they're pushy, if they're helpful, all of the above. I think about those things in every instance. If I find somebody that I really liked and I thought, man, they just were awesome, they were friendly, they were helpful, I don't mind spending money, and I want them to get the commission on that sale because I really like them, and I think about that often. So I'm going to challenge you guys to start thinking about that, and like start thinking about when people are serving you, the type of service that they are providing. And if you really liked it, start implementing that into what you're doing. And the things that you didn't like and that rubbed you wrong, think about that and never do it. Okay. It's very helpful because you're going to have those instances in your life. You're always going to shop. You're going to go get gas. You're going to go to the bank. You're going to go to a restaurant. All of those things, they're providing service, and they're going to give you ideas on how to become better. So I'm going to share a few stories with you. Today I went shopping. I was getting ready for conference, and this gal was very short with me. She acted like I was a pain in her butt. So what happened was I was shopping with her, and I was asking her to get me a bunch of my shoe sizes. Like, I need this size. I want to try this shoe, this shoe, this shoe, this shoe, this shoe. I was putting her to work, but that's her job. She's there. She's getting a paycheck. And the way I look at it is, okay, I know I'm putting you to work, but this is your job. So this is what you're supposed to do. And so in the first round at the store, I tried on a bunch of shoes, and I just didn't love them. Like, I didn't like the way they fit. I didn't like the way they felt. I knew that my feet were going to be uncomfortable, or the style was just wrong, or whatever it may be. But you got to try on shoes to know if you like them, right? And so then I said, I'm going to go. It was my first round. I'm going to go shop the rest of the mall and see if I can find something and just kind of get ideas on if there's something that I like more, or it might bring me back here to be like, okay, I really actually like these shoes. So I went around the mall, came back, and I said, do you mind if I take these shoes to the dress that I bought, that I had purchased previously, because I bought it from here, and I want to see if I like the color of the shoe with the dress. And she got really short with me and was like, well, as long as you bring the shoes back. Well, where am I going to go with them? They're two different shoes, and one shoe, they're both left feet and they're two different shoes. So where am I going to go with them? And well, no, you need to actually purchase them here. Okay, I have to come back. I'm going to purchase my shoes from you, like from this section of the store. And I didn't like the way that she talked to me. I didn't like the way that she was speaking to me at all. I thought she was rude. And it made me not want to purchase shoes from her and provide a commission to her, because that's what she was worried about. She was worried more so about the money going in her pocket than taking care of the customer. And so that really rubbed me wrong. And I was very frustrated with that. And then I thought, I'm never doing that to somebody. If they take a lot of my time, I'm just going to be grateful for the conversation. I'm going to be helpful and grateful to them as the customer. And so that was definitely something that I wanted to share with you guys. We also went to a hot tub place because we needed to get filters, and this was a few days ago. There were two guys in there willing to help us. So the first guy was like the first person to help us. He said, oh, okay, so what can I help you with today? What are your needs? Like, what are you needing? Do you have any questions? And so we're talking to him. He was helpful. He was answering our questions. Well, evidently guy number two didn't think that he was being pushy enough, I guess. He wasn't going to get a big sale. So he jumps in and he starts to take over, and he says, well, so are you interested in buying a new hot tub? No, actually, we're not interested in spending that much money today. We need filters. We're good. Well, how old is your hot tub? Well, we're not quite sure. It was here when we moved in a year ago. We think it's fairly new. And so they looked up our address and found out that the hot tub had been purchased from them. And he's like, "Oh, that hot tub is 6 years old. You need a new one." No, we really don't. That right there made us think, you are really just wanting the big sale and the big commission off of it. And this is the guy that was helping us first. And you butted in and you started telling us what we need when we don't really need it and we need to just get filters. So, from that situation, who do you think we're going to ask for? Guy number one or guy number two? Anytime we come in. And when we're ready to buy the new hot tub, who do you think we're going to ask for? It certainly is not going to be guy number two, because guy number one was helpful. Guy number two was pushy. Guy number two was like, this is what you need. No, oh, that hot tub is old. They only last for 8 years anyways. You might as well get a new one today. No, I'm sorry. He made me think of the pushy car salesman that is so like obsessed over getting the sale of a car in that day over taking care of the customer's needs. So think about that when you're working with people and going to the car salesman thing. So sometimes we feel like follow-up can be a pushy thing. Like, I'm bugging them. But there's a great way to follow up with people. Like there's a very good way to follow up with people rather than being like, "Are you ready yet? So, are you going to buy the greens yet? Are you going to do this yet? What are you doing?" And so you don't want to be the pushy car salesman, the pushy hot tub salesman. And so here's something that I had learned. I worked at Goldsboro Honda when we lived in North Carolina as a night receptionist. And one of the jobs that they had me do, so because I was working in the evening, Ruby, come here. Sorry, my dog is scratching at the door. Come here. Because I was working in the evening, what it did is it freed me to stay home with my son when he was a baby during the day. So I didn't have to get daycare. So as soon as my husband came home, I would go to work. And so one of the jobs that they gave me was to follow up with anybody who came into the dealership and get them back in the door. They did not tell me how to do so. They just said, okay, see this log? These are the people that came in during these days of this week and their number, what car they were interested in, and that they, like, if they bought a car or if they didn't. So if they didn't buy a car, you contact them and get them back in the dealership. And so I'm thinking, okay, well, how can I do this? And how can I be successful at it? Because they came in, they didn't see what they wanted or what they needed, and then they left. So I would literally utilize the day when I was home, like during my son's nap time, I would make calls. And then when I would go in at night, I would make some calls then as well. But what I found to be very successful was that when I called from my cell phone or my house phone at my house, it didn't come up as Goldsboro Honda, and they always answered. And so I did most of it when I was at home. And so I'd get them on the phone and I would say, "Hi, my name's Andrea Kaiser, and I'm actually with Goldsboro Honda. And I just wanted to call and make sure that you were satisfied with your service while you were at the dealership. And if you got all your questions answered, or if there's anything that I can help you with." And I just tried that. And then they'd be like, "We really liked the car, but, it wasn't quite right for us. We're in the market for this and blah, 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 blah. Or, we really wanted this color and all you guys had was this." And they weren't really told that we could get it in a different color. And so, and that it was going to be super easy. And it was like at the store an hour away, and so like I just provided superior customer service and took care of their needs and talked to them and answered their questions. And if I didn't have the answer, I'd say, okay, well, as soon as I go in, I'm going to find this out for you and I will get back to you. And then I'd talk to them and I'd be like, okay, well, come back in tonight and see me. I'm going to be at the receptionist desk. I'm not a salesman. I'm the receptionist, but come see me and come talk to me. So what they did is for every person that I got back in the door, they would give me $75 for getting them back in the door. For every car sold, I got $200. So out of their commission, like what they made, they'd have to pay me because I got them back in the door, and I would mark them when I talked to them, what time I talked to them, and when they were coming back in. And then they would come in and they'd have an appointment, and they liked having an appointment, and they liked being made to feel special and important. And so I really learned a lot from that, and I did very well with that. And if I would have just been the car salesman, I would have probably made very good money, because I took the time out to take care of the person's needs, not my own needs. And in so doing, I was taken care of. So you all know that I'm a hairstylist. And so I've had 7 years of on-the-job training of providing customer service to my clients. And so I've learned a lot in those years of taking care of my customers. You're going to have a dissatisfied customer. You may not give them exactly what they wanted. How are you going to make that better? What are things that you can do to get more referrals? By taking care of the customer, what are things that you can do to help grow your business? And so I would think about my customer service always. And, sometimes my client would not want to visit. And I would have to understand they just want to come be pampered. Sometimes they want to talk. Sometimes they don't want to talk. And well, okay, what are we going to talk about? They're going to be in my chair for 3 hours. So they've got a lot of hair. I'm doing a full color, like I'm doing a color and a cut on them. And so I knew that I was going to spend all this time with them. And so how can I make them feel comfortable? A brand new client, how can I make them feel comfortable with me? And there's some things that you need to think about. You don't want to talk about religion and politics and all of the things that can cause tension and strife. You want to always keep things on the up and up and be joyful and happy and make them feel good when they leave. So whenever you have a wrap appointment, it's the same thing. When they come in, you want to make them feel comfortable and happy and laugh with them and let them know, like I'm just a good person. I'm a mom. I am a friend. I'm a wife. I am a sister, and I'm a daughter. I'm just a normal person. And so, especially when people are baring their skin in front of you and they're showing you their most insecure spot, relate with them. Tell them, I completely understand. I understand. One of the things that I say is I have had 2 children and they were both almost 9 pounds. Ruby, come here. They were both almost 9 pounds and they really stretched out my skin. And I understand feeling that insecurity about that particular area on your body. Let me help you. I'm going to show you how to get best strap results. When people were feeling really insecure and uncomfortable around me, one of the things that I would say is, don't worry about it. I wrap butts, guts, and boobs for a living, and I would joke around with them and I'd be like, don't worry about it, like at all. Make them feel comfortable with you. Joke around a little bit, have fun, share a little bit with them about yourself, your vulnerable side, and give them a little bit about you, so that way they know, okay, I can trust this person. And and those were things that I learned in hair was, okay, they're nervous. They're coming in and I'm doing their hair for the first time and they're afraid that I'm not going to really do a good job. So one of the things that I used to say when I was doing their hair was, oh, hold on a second. I'm focusing right now because I wanted them to know I really care about doing a good job on your hair, not just the chatty Cathy stuff that happens in the salon. And so I'd be like, okay, hold on. I'm just thinking about this. I got to think about your hair for a minute and focus on this for a minute. And, um, and they trusted me. And I did really well with getting a client for the first time and getting them back as a return customer because they liked me, they trusted me, and they knew that I was going to do a good job. And they also knew that if they had like one piece out of whack and they didn't really like it, and they're like, this isn't laying very good for me. They knew I would take the time to get them back in and make it right and make it better. And so always do that with It Works too. Take the time to work with them and make it better. And just like love on them and let them know that you're a real person too. And you have insecurities too. And you're here to help them achieve their results, whatever they may be. So, that's long enough for now. And I hope some of these tips can help you. If you need to find ways to word things better, that comes with practice, and I can help you in a conversation. If you want to talk to me and kind of hear how I say things for a wording, not vomiting all over them, but if you're constantly thinking in the back of your mind, don't answer a question that hasn't been asked. But then also, if you're asking them questions, they're going to tell you what you need. Not what you need, what they need. So ask questions and answer questions that have been asked. And then give them what they need to know according to what they've shared with you. And if you think about that, you will be fine. Show that you're passionate, that you're excited, and that you love what you do, even on the days that you're insecure and you don't really know what you're doing and you feel like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm just sucking it up right now. If you show confidence and excitement and passion for what you're doing, you will always do well. Always. Because people will trust you, and then they will know this chick knows what she's talking about, and she's excited. She loves what she's doing. She's passionate about it. So keep those things in mind. Love on your customers. Show them that they are important, that you value them, and that they are special as an individual, and you will be golden. Have a good night.